What is up, guys? It's Swammer here, back again with some more Great League action. And we actually just hit 2400 rating, so we're going to celebrate by trying out a new spicy team. And that is going to feature Galvantula. So, if you guys didn't know, Galvantula is actually pretty strong in the Great League. Because it's able to beat both Registeel and Azumarill, not to mention picking up um, Skarmory, Toxicroak, Haunter, a lot of really prominent threats. So we're going to give it a try. However, with Galvantula in the lead, I can't really have Deoxys as my safe switch because the thing that Galvantula really fears most is Alolan Marowak on the lead. So I need something that can handle that Alolan Marowak, and that's why I've got Munchlax in my safe switch. Munchlax is still a really great option. With Lick and Body Slam, he's really able to spam those Body Slams, and Lick generally does a fair bit of neutral damage. So he's great in the safe switch, and we're going to try that out. And then we've got Azumarill as our third. We're going to likely be a little bit weak to grass, but hopefully that won't be too big of a problem. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So let us see what we come up against first. Really hoping to see some Registeel leads, some Azumarill leads, even Skarmory leads. Here we come up against a Registeel, so this is good for us. We are going to be resisting Registeel's charge moves, and we're going to be able to get to those discharges quite quickly. Overcharging here, going to let this Flash Cannon hit us. It does about half the health, but you can see that we do resist that, and then we're going to go for the discharge here. So this discharge is coming through. They actually bring in a Haunter. So I'm going to go for another discharge here. This is almost certainly going to get a shield. I want to start getting away those shields. And then I'm going to bring in Munchlax. And with Lick, it is going to melt down that Haunter. So charge move coming through. It might be Sludge Bomb, and it is. But I definitely didn't want a shield because so many Haunters carry double Ghost charge moves that it's really not worth it. You need to make them prove that they've got that Sludge Bomb. So going to be going for Body Slam Spam against this Azumarill. Going to be able to get to 2 very quickly, and hopefully we'll be able to get to a third. Not sure if we will, though. Going to be close. I think we are going to get there. Yes, we get to a third Body Slam, so this is going to get the Azumarill quite low. And then Munchlax goes down, that's fine. We're going to come in with Galvantula, shield this Ice Beam. We've still got 2 shields, so we're in a great spot. They bring in the Registeel. He's going to go down quite quickly to this discharge. He does invest a shield, though, so he is able to lock on us down, but that's fine. We've got our own Azumarill here. We're going to shield the Flash Cannon. It would do more than the charge moves from Azumarill, and this is basically game over. We're going to get to an Ice Beam quite quickly, and there's not really much that my opponent can do here. So I'm going to go for an Ice Beam. Built up a little bit of extra energy to have it for this Azumarill, but not going to make a difference because they're almost KO'd already, and we are able to get to the Ice Beam before they get to a charge move to take them out. So Galvantula won us lead there. They switched in a Haunter, which was really great because we were able to bring in Munchlax and take advantage of that matchup. And then Azumarill was able to clean up the tail end of that match. So really good. Munchlax definitely played a great role, as did Galvantula. So happy with those 2 additions so far. Into the second match, we catch a Dewgong on the lead. So this is pretty interesting. I don't know how this matchup goes, but I'm thinking that we outpace them to charge moves, and that's really all that's going to matter. So we are going to shield. Yeah, we're going to get debuffed by Icy Wind, but I think the discharge would still do enough damage. You can see these Volt Switches are chunking the Dewgong quite a lot. So even at reduced damage, I think this would be taking it out. We do get a second shield. And they're getting off another Icy Wind, so going to go ahead and shield that. we're quite close to another discharge. So we do get to the discharge. This is going to be taking out the dugong, and Galvantula is able to win on the lead there. So that was good for us. And they bring in Defense Deoxys, which is okay for us. It's going to be a bit tricky because I'm going to have to come into Munchlax, who's going to take super effective damage from the counters. However, it's going to be dealing super effective damage back with the licks. So Rock Slide coming through. This energy disadvantage is definitely going to be a bit of a problem. So able to get off a Body Slam, but unfortunately not going to be able to get off another one. They are able to get to another Rock Slide. So I've just got to come in with Azumarill and basically commit to the farm down. Not going to be able to get to a charge move before they get this one off. So it is a Thunderbolt, dealing quite a lot of damage. And I need to have a ton of stored energy for whatever they have in the back. I'm just hoping it's not a grass type. And it's a Toxicroak, so going for Hydro Pump, this is pretty good. Hydro Pump, though, does not actually KO. I was quite surprised that it didn't take it out. However, 2 more bubbles is enough. So able to pick up that win because we had all that stored energy on the Azumarill. If you're running something like Toxicroak, you definitely want to make sure that you're saving some shields. Otherwise, you run the risk that it's just going to get basically exploded like that one did. So jumping into the third match here, so far 2 wins, so I'm feeling pretty good about this team actually, but we haven't come up against any grass. Azumarill in the lead, so this is looking very good for us. They swap into a Haunter. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Discharge because I want to get a shield, and I know that I will be able to get a shield with the Discharge, and then I'm going to bring in Munchlax, and he's just going to farm this Haunter down. So if they're getting off a charge move, totally fine. It is a Shadow Ball, so that's going to be doubly resisted. You can see that does not do a lot of damage, and we're able to take it out entirely with Licks. Azumarill likely going to be coming back in here. We've got a lot of stored energy, so we can go for a Body Slam right away. Going to be able to get to another Body Slam before they get to a charge move. So this is going to be getting the Azumarill to about half health. So looking pretty good for us at this point. Charge move coming through. I am just going to let this come through. I think it's only an Ice Beam. It is only an Ice Beam, so we're going to be able to actually get to another Body Slam and really apply a lot of pressure to this Azumarill. And I'm actually going to swap straight into Galvantula to farm the rest of the way down with Volt Switch and get a little bit ahead on energy. And sure enough, it is a Registeel in the back, so this is looking really good for us. We're going to be able to get to these discharges quite quickly, and then my opponent surrenders because there's no way that they're even going to be able to take out the Registeel there, so Galvantula was able to scare them off. So definitely a pretty solid match there. Really liking the Galvantula for breaking out those Azumarills and Registeels. Good bet there's at least one on every team, so definitely is a good choice. Here we catch another Registeel on the lead, so this is good for us. Going to just be staying in this matchup, going for the discharge right away. Probably should have done a little bit extra. We actually missed a couple bubbles due to lag there, so I don't know if that swings this matchup, so I'm a little bit worried. Not going to shield this first Flash Cannon. Does about half my health. Overcharging just a little bit, and then going for this Discharge again. And we do get a shield, so we are going to mirror the shields here. Definitely don't want to let my Galvantula go down yet. Going to be going for another Discharge, which will be either taking out the Registeel or getting a second shield. We do take out the Registeel. Probably should have done one more Volt Switch, because you guys are going to see I would have been able to get to the Bug Buzz, which would have been super effective against the Meganium. However, we do force them to use their energy, so we're able to come in with Munchlax now. Going to go ahead and shield the Frenzy Plant. It's probably going to do more damage than anything else they would have in the back. Going to be going for Body Slam now myself. This is just going to be chipping away at the Meganium, and they are able to swap into their Azumarill. So we bring in our own Azumarill. We definitely don't want Azumarill facing off against that Meganium. They are able to beat us to the Hydro Pump. So I think we're one bubble behind. We do get to the Hydro Pump as well, but I still think that we're one bubble behind, so hopefully we can make that up somewhere. And then I'm actually able to sneak in another bubble, an extra bubble there when they're dropping their Hydro Pump. So I think we caught up the bubble, and then we're going for another Hydro Pump here, which is going to be getting the Azumarill fairly low, expecting them to switch pretty soon, and they do. So I go ahead and switch at the same time, bring the Munchlax back in, and go for the Body Slam. They're going to be getting off a Frenzy Plant here. It's not going to be enough to take us out. Hopefully we can get to another Body Slam, but if we don't, that Lick damage is going to get them very low. Lick does get them very low, so they should be low enough that we can farm down with Bubble. So we go ahead, get one Bubble off, which actually probably gives us enough of an energy advantage that we can go for the Hydro Pump. We do get to the Hydro Pump in time to take out this Azumarill, so that was a really, really close game. They were definitely at the Ice Beam if they had Ice Beam. If they had Play Rough, they might have just gotten to it. So super close. But again, Galvantula able to win that lead for us, and then we were able to sort of build off from there. Okay, getting into the last match, and we catch a Bastiodon on the lead. So this is just about the worst case scenario for Galvantula. So we got to go into Munchlax. Going to be going for that Bulldoze. The Smackdown would deal a fair bit of damage, or Stone Edge, sorry, but we are going to have to let it come through. And then my opponent does a great swap to swap on my charge move, and they bring in the Azumarill. So definitely wish I had been going for the Body Slams, but good play by my opponent. Going to be going to try and get as much damage off with this Munchlax. Body Slam is actually getting it fairly low, and we are going to be able to get to another one. Hopefully we can get a shield. And we actually just get it very low, and I'm going to bring in my own Azumarill to start farming it down. I didn't bring in Galvantula because I know it has a lot of stored energy, and I wanted to absorb that on my own Azumarill. And then actually, I'm going to pause the video here in just a moment because I make a mistake. So my opponent just brought in Bastiodon into Azumarill when Azumarill has an energy advantage. This means that whatever he has in the back is super weak to Azumarill. So I should have queued off that and really tried to do everything I could to give Azumarill as much energy, as much health as possible. But I was trying to guess, and I just didn't play the situation well enough. So I go for the Hydro Pump, which is totally fine. And it actually goes through, which is great for me. I should have stayed in and kept farming down with Bubble. Because now that I have swapped into Galvantula, I was thinking, oh, I can get ahead on energy. But then I go ahead and I drop a charge move anyways. So that whole swapping in was just for nothing. I burned a bunch of energy, so really, really bad play on my part. And sure enough, it's an Alolan Marowak in the back, which is going to be very weak to Azumarill. But I don't really have much play now because I'm behind on energy and behind on shields. So gonna have to shield the Bone Club in case it was a Shadow Ball. Gonna go for the Ice Beam bait, but he's just gonna shield and be able to get to a Shadow Ball before I can. So if I'd had that extra energy on the Azumarill, definitely would have been in a better spot. But I did not do it. I don't know if I would have won still, because they would have had two shields on Alolan Marowak to the one, and then I would have had the Galvantula going back. But it definitely would have been a lot closer, and so for sure a mistake on my part. But I was still able to go 4 or 5 with Galvantula my first time using him, so pretty happy with that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you guys next time.